Once again I will repeat. You see, we want to find out the magnetic induction on the axis of circular current carrying coil. This is the circular current carrying coil. From the center O at a point P, right, on the axis at a distance x, I want to find out the magnetic induction due to the circular coil. Then further I am taking the small element on the circular coil whose length is dl, and from the small element at a distance r I want to know the magnetic induction, right, due to this small element, that I am considering as dB. That dB magnetic induction, we know that that is perpendicular to dl and perpendicular to r. That's why dB will be like this there. And due to another element small that is just opposite to this we are taking, then from that at a distance r the magnetic induction is again dB, this side will be there. Now we can classify these two dBs due to these two elements, okay, into components. This dB is making some angle phi, right, with the vertical. This vertical component will become dB cos phi and horizontal is dB sin phi. This dB is again due to this element, right, which is opposite to the initial element. And this dB also classified into components. This is dB cos phi and dB sin phi. Okay, you see that dB cos phi are the two elements due to two components due to the two elements, right? That vertical components are in opposite direction, they will cancel with each other, but the horizontal components dB sin phi and dB sin phi due to the two elements are along same direction. Like that, if you take any two elements, that their vertical components will be cancelled with each other. Vertical means along the y-axis components will cancel because they are in opposite direction, and horizontal components never cancel with each other. Then due to the horizontal component the total magnetic field will be there. Okay, right. Now according to the Bayes-Savart law, okay, according to the Bayes-Savart, let us write some information. Capital R we can take as the radius of coil. Capital R is the radius of coil, and dl we can take as the, yes, कर्सर शो नहीं हो रहा है, हाँ? Whether my presentation appearing or not, no. Students, now is it appearing cursor? Presentation is appearing or not? Huh? Cursor is not appearing. Huh? Now the cursor is moving, it's not appearing. Yes, no? That means I think in the Microsoft it will not appear. Then it is the problem now. What to do? Let me shift to the Google Meet, or can I continue in this? Cursor is appearing. Yes. Now I am moving. Then एक जगह दिखाई दे रहा है. अभी 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 दिखाई दे रहा होगा ना? हाँ? But now I am moving with, I am using the what, another option, that is the mouse I am using actually. Pen tab I am not using. Okay, right. Let us start. But while writing, where I am writing and there the cursor is not showing, na? Yes or no? Okay. Now let us continue today for some time. Can I continue? Okay. Now you see that this is a circular coil, and due to the small element dl, the magnetic induction is dB. Okay. The dB is perpendicular to r and dB is perpendicular to dl. And due to this element dl also, the magnetic induction is dB. Okay. And that dB is also perpendicular to small r. Right. Small r is the distance of the element from the point. Then dB is classified into components. That is, vertical is dB cos phi and horizontal is dB sin phi. Vertical is dB cos phi and horizontal is dB sin phi. Now what we have to do it here, these dB cos phi are opposite direction, they will cancel with each other. dB sin phi are along same direction, that's why we have to add the dB sin phi components in order to get the total magnetic induction, because dB sin phi are along same direction. Now I want the total magnetic induction. Total magnetic induction. No. I want to just R is the radius of the circular coil. DL is the length of the small element. I is the current in the coil we can take. I is the current. And the capital R is the radius, already completed. Okay. And X is the distance of the point where we want to find out the magnetic induction from the center of the loop. And I want the magnetic induction according to the Biot-Savart, what we write. According to Biot-Savart. According to Biot-Savart, the magnetic induction due to small element we write as nu naught by 4 pi into ideal sin theta by r square we write. Is it correct? But here dl and r, they are not appearing like perpendicular in this figure, but actually dl will be perpendicular to r. Then theta will be 90 degree. When theta is 90 degree, then we will get the dB formula as nu naught by 4 pi into ideal by r square. The sin theta is the sin 90. Sin 90 value is 1 you will get. Then the dB magnetic induction due to small element we will get as nu naught by 4 pi into ideal by r square we will get. This we can take as the equation 1. Next, what we have to do, I want the total magnetic induction due to circular coil. If you want the total magnetic induction, what you have to do? You see here, total magnetic induction, if you want, in that dB cos phi are components are cancelled, dB sin phi will be along same direction. We have to add the dB sin phi due to all components. Here we have only two components, but like that we can take the many components. We have to add the dB sin phi all components. Then total magnetic induction due to circular coil or loop we will get like this. This is we are deriving for only loop. Then here we write the total magnetic induction as B is equal to integration dV sin phi we write. Because dV sin phi components are along same direction, you have to add them instead of adding summation we write. Integration dB from equation 1 we write. Nu naught by 4 pi into ideal by r square into sin phi. And here nu naught by 4 pi into ideal I into sin phi is a constant by small r square. We write integration dl. What is integration dl from the figure? Can anyone tell? dl is a small element length on the coil. Is it right? Integration dl gives the full circular coil length. That is circle length. Circle length equal to circumference. What is the circumference? Capital R is the radius. Then we will get the circumference as nu naught by 4 pi into I sin phi. We can write sin phi formula also from that, but we write directly. But from figure we write like this. From figure integration dl what we write? Right? Tell me. 2 pi r we write. And sin phi what we write? Sin phi. Sin phi what we write? Let us go for the figure. You see this r and dB. R and dB are perpendicular to each other. This one, right? Because dB perpendicular to r according to Bayes-Savart law. Then when it is perpendicular, this is phi means what about this angle? Angle between the dB cos phi and r. This angle will be 90 minus phi. Is it correct? Because sum of these two angles, that is smaller and 90 minus phi and phi should be 90 because this is smaller is perpendicular to dB. Next, this is 90 minus phi, and what about this angle? You see here, these are 90 degree. This is 90 degree total 90. This is 90 minus phi. Then if it is phi, then phi plus 90 minus phi, if you will add, you will get 90. Then from figure we will get this angle as phi. Okay, let's go for it. Then when this angle is phi, from the figure what we write? Sin phi equal to. Sin phi equal to opposite side capital R we write from the triangle, right? You see the triangle. This is the triangle. From that sin phi equal to opposite side capital R we write, hypotenuse small r we write. Is it correct? Yes. Capital R by small r we write. Now substitute in that. Nu naught by 4 pi into I by r square into sin phi is the capital R by small r. Integration dl is the 2 pi r. Is it correct? What I did it here? In place of sin phi. In place of sin phi I am writing capital R by small r. In place of integration dl, I am writing 2 pi r. Then I will get like this, that is b is equal to nu naught, what you will get, tell me? Pi gets cancelled, 2 2 ja, nu naught I r into r square by 2 into small r cube we will get. But what is small r from the figure? The small r is the under root capital R square plus x square whole power 3. This is the formula for small r. Small r is equal to under root capital R square plus x square. How you will get this formula? From the figure we will get. You see the figure, triangle you see here. This is x, this is r, this is small r. Then small r square equal to capital R square plus x square we write from the Pythagoras principle. Then small r square equal to capital R square plus x square means, right, small r is equal to under root capital R square plus x square we write from the figure, right? Now can we write like that? No, nu naught I r square by 2 of this one we write as r square plus x square whole power 1 by 2. Root we can write as whole power 1 by 2. Whole power 1 by 2 whole power 3. We will get like this, r square plus x square whole power 3 by 2 we will get. This is the magnetic induction due to circular current carrying loop on its axis. This we can take as the equation 2. I want the magnetic induction on the axis of circular coil, which has capital N turns, then how we can find out, right? This is the equation 2 is the for magnetic induction on the axis of circular loop means only one turn, coil means many turns are there. On its axis I want the magnetic induction, then how we can find out? Then for the purpose the BA, just you should multiply with the N, that is the nu naught Ni r square by 2 of r square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. You should remember what are the terms which indicates in this formula. This is the most important formula, right, for the magnetic induction on the axis of circular coil. You take this is a circular coil, okay, this is a circular coil, it carries some current I, right? From the center its radius is capital R. From the center at a distance x I want the magnetic induction. That magnetic induction along the axis it will be there, right? That magnetic induction formula is nu naught Ni r square by 2 of r square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. If you want the magnetic induction at the center, okay, if x is equal to 0, then we will get magnetic induction at the center of coil. Okay, now x is equal to 0 if you write, then we will get as magnetic induction at the center. Okay, x is equal to 0 you write, if this x 0 means you will get the magnetic induction at the center. Magnetic induction at the center of the coil we derived yesterday only, right? Now what is that formula? Magnetic induction at the center, even you write x0 distance, this x0 if you write, you will get the magnetic induction at the center only. In this above equation you write x0, you will get as like this, nu naught Ni r square by 2 of r square plus 0 square, no need to write, whole power 3 by 2. What you will get here? Mu naught Ni by 2 in r square, in the denominator we will get as r cube. Is it correct, students? And finally what you will get? Magnetic induction at the center we will get as mu naught Ni by 2r. Yesterday we derived the same formula, na? BC means magnetic induction at the center, BA means magnetic induction on the axis of circular coil. This is equation 4. Understood, students? Yes or no? Huh? Let us go for the B versus X graph beta. B versus X graph. X is what? X is the distance of the point, right? Let us take the B on y axis, X on x axis. If you draw the graph, how you will get? What is this actually? This is the center of the coil. This is a coil, it carries current I. When you go to right side, X positive value will be increases. When you go to left side, X negative value will be increases. From the center, we will measure the distance, right? When the distance is increases, X is increases, then how the B value changes? You will get the graph like this. This shows that X value, when the X value increases, when you go away from the sulfur coil, the magnetic field will be decrease. When you then on the left side, when you go this side also X we are taking. When the X we are taking. When you go left side away from the coil, the magnetic field will be decreases. This coil will act like a magnet. Current carrying coil will act as a magnet. Clear, students? Any doubt? Graph is very simple. You see this formula. If X increases, what happens? You tell me. If X increases, you are going away from the coil. X increase means denominator will increases. Yes or no? Huh? Denominator increase means when this term increases, automatically this B term will be decreased. Is it correct? When this term increases, the B term will decreases. Why? Because you see, for example, 1 by 2 is there, 1 by 3 is there, 1 by 4 is there, 1 by 5 is there. When the denominator increases, right, for example, x is equal 1 by 2, 2, 3, something like that is there. X is equal to 1 by y is there. Y value is increasing now. Y value is increasing. What about the x value? When y increases, x decreases. Is it correct? Yes or no? Like that, when x value increases, this denominator increases, then the b value decreases. Right now? And if x value is 0, then the denominator is minimum. You see this equation, when x value increases, denominator increases. Equation 3 you see, when x value increases, denominator increases. When denominator increases, b will be decreases. If you write x 0 at the center, x minimum value is 0. If you write x minimum, the denominator become minimum. When denominator is minimum, then the b is maximum. That means at x is equal to 0, b maximum. If x value increases, then denominator increases, this term increases, then the dA value is decreases. Clear? You see here, this is the point where x is 0, there the field is maximum. When you go right side or the left side, from the center of the coil, the x value is increases. When x value is increases, then the denominator increases because b is inversely proportional to x. Then when x value is increases, the b value is decreases. When you go left side also, if you x value is increases, then the b value is decreases according to the equation 3. When x value increases, b value decreases. Then based on that, we draw the graph. Clear? Okay. Now, today I am going to stop. Related to this, some applications and some problems are there. I will share you video and you watch that YouTube video. Okay, right? In that also, in YouTube video also, there are some fetching is there. I gave the YouTube lecture also in such a way that you can take the screenshot and you can write. I am also telling that where you have to take the screenshot. After completion of the board, I am giving the 1 minute or half minute to take the screenshot in the YouTube also, that moving charge and magnetism, the picture also I think clear in the YouTube lecture, live lecture on board I taught. The same topic, same manner, same derivation, same thing will be there, no difference. I am not teaching the chemistry this year and yesterday, last year physics. The same thing I am teaching, whatever that I taught in the last year. Then there is not at all a problem if you will watch the YouTube or whatever it may be. Okay, that you can go forward to this topic, that whatever the topic that I explained, after that little bit continuation will be there, and some problems are there based on this. You watch it and make the notes from the where, from the YouTube, not from here. Okay, same thing will be there, but it is pending, not completed totally. Its pending part a little bit is there, that you can complete from the YouTube. Clear? If you have any query in that, either you can contact me in the WhatsApp or in any way, right? Any problem, students? Anything you want to